Neighbors recall Sunday's bloody double shooting that killed 2. The San Antonio water system says it will fight against a new lawsuit. A San Antonio man is on trial in a horrific child sex attack blamed on dogs. And Kimura's ramen momentum stays strong downtown.
An unexpected side benefit of Kimura is a creative cocktail menu.
This is your Express Briefing podcast for Tuesday, October 2nd. Subscribe to this and other free content at expressnews.com/podcasts. And get each day's top news and sports headlines delivered to your inbox at expressnews.com/newsletters. Neighbors say a woman's fight for survival as she tried to escape her attacker was visible on the walls of her Northwest Side apartment. Early Sunday, the woman and Nicholas Andrew Milanovic were shot as the couple lay in bed, with police believing the attacker snuck in through a back window. Witnesses report the woman, who has yet to be identified, managed to get out of the apartment and tried knocking on a neighbor's door for help. But police report she was outside her apartment when her attacker shot her again, and her cries for help may have gone unheard because the neighbor had moved out just 2 days before. The woman's body was found outside the building, and Milanovic died later Sunday. Monday, Bexar County jurors began hearing testimony in a horrific child abuse case involving a toddler whose mother originally claimed was attacked by dogs, but doctors found had been sexually assaulted. 25-year-old Isaac Andrew Cardenas was indicted in March of 2017 on 2 counts of super aggravated sexual assault of a child. His girlfriend and the child's mother, 24-year-old Crystal Herrera, called 911 on December 31, 2016, to report that her daughter, then 21 months old, had been viciously attacked by dogs after she wandered away from the South Bexar County home where they lived. But when sheriff's deputies and EMS techs arrived, they saw that the child had numerous injuries not consistent with a dog attack. The child was then taken to University Hospital for treatment, and medical evidence indicated that her injuries were consistent with a brutal sexual assault, with doctors and investigators noting the child's injuries were some of the worst they had ever seen. Herrera was indicted in March of 2017 on 1 count of injury to a child by omission, punishable by 5 to 99 years or life in prison and a $10,000 fine, and is currently out on bail and awaiting trial. Super aggravated sexual assault of a child is a first-degree felony with an enhanced punishment. If convicted, Isaac Andrew Cardenas faces 25 years to life in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. San Antonio Water System President and CEO Robert Puente says the utility will vigorously fight a lawsuit filed by 2 companies that lost a bid on a local pipeline to help distribute water from the massive Vista Ridge project. Filed last week by a joint venture of Oscar Renda Contracting and Southland Contracting, the lawsuit accuses SAW of irregularities in a sealed competitive bid process for construction of a nearly 2-mile pipeline in the Stone Oak area. The suit, which also lists SAW's trustees and San Antonio City Council members as defendants, alleges that SAW's acted in an arbitrary fashion and abused its discretion. On September 11th, the SAW's board voted to award the contract to Guy F. Atkinson Construction, a Colorado subsidiary of Clark Construction that has scored 72.4 out of 100 points in an evaluation by a SAW selection committee. Renda Southland, both owned by Southland Holdings, had the second highest score of 71 among 5 bidders. And Kimura's ramen momentum stays strong downtown.
I'm Mike Sutter, the restaurant critic for the Express News, here to talk to you about this week's review of Kimura, the Japanese-style ramen shop in downtown San Antonio. So when Kimura opened 5 years ago, ramen was a risk. It was still fighting its way out of a 5 for $1 straitjacket that it used to come in, but no more. The idea of top dollar ramen has taken hold in cute little shops all over the city, thanks in part to the pioneering efforts of renegade chef Michael Sohaki of Kimura and places like Ramen Tatsuya in Austin. Now, Kimura remains true to its mission 5 years on. We'll start with ramen because, well, that's where you start, with a base of noodles as springy as a Curl Time Barbie from Sun Noodle in California. Kimura makes its ramen with 4 distinct broths, a vegan miso, a chicken and soy shoyu, a pork bone tonkatsu, and a tantanmen ramen with a chicken base and an inescapable spicy jolt of pork. Now customize your bowl with pork belly or shoulder, chicken, beef, or a ginger pork called shoga yaki. Need a place to start? Let me recommend milky rich tonkatsu with pork belly. Now it's not all soup. Kimura does yakisoba noodle bowls, donburi rice bowls, a nice broiled mackerel, and some excellent pickle work with things like kimchi and seaweed and cucumbers and soy marinated eggs. So get there early also for some good pork dumplings. Now, an unexpected side benefit of Kimura is a creative cocktail menu with drinks like a vanilla fig Manhattan and a chamomile cocktail that will make you more mellow than any sleepy time tea. For the full review, please visit us at expressnews.com/food.
And that's your daily San Antonio Express News briefing for Tuesday, October 2nd. Subscribe to this and other free content at expressnews.com/podcasts.